Hello, I'm Ray here and you're watching Moto NZ. This is a little bonus video. I thought it was time to take you around the garage and give you a bit of an update on what's going on here, because I can barely move for motorcycles at the moment. Okay, let's start from the start. The oldest bike in the garage, the TNRA 700, is still here. This thing has suffered a slow leak in the rear tyre and a flat battery of recent days, so I've just sorted that out. I've changed out the tyres, put a new battery in it, and I've connected it to the battery tender, the trickle charger over the back there, so that's going to be good to go for when I do want to get it out. Let me show you quickly the tyres that I've put on it. So we've got a set of Midas, what used to be known as EO7 Pluses. They're now Enduro Trail Pluses, I believe. Does it say there, Enduro Trail Plus? But hard to see. Same tread pattern and same tyre as far as I know. But looking forward to getting them back on there. So I had these knobblies on there. Great knobbly tyres, hard wearing. They handle the tarmac and all the gravel and rocks I can throw at them. The problem I had with them is I never really had much confidence on the seal. The thing about those tyres is they're 100% carbon black, so they don't have any silica. Silica is the component in the tyre that really makes them stick on wet, cold tarmac, and even more so on dry tarmac. So I was never really that confident on them. I didn't really like running them on the road, and they made the bike handle weirdly. I'd lean into, say, a left-hander, and the bars would fight me. They'd want to turn right, even though I was going left. It was weird. So we're back on 50/50, I believe, adventure tyres, which is great on the TNRA 700. Got these Artec plastics, makes it look great, although I haven't washed it since the last time I took it out. So that's the TNRA. Over here, the betas. Let's start with this one over here, is the Beta RR250X Pro. I've really come into my own. I really started enjoying the two strokes. So that's a two stroke, and for trail riding and enduro riding, it's really ticking my boxes at the moment. I've done more dirt riding than anything else. So that's the Beta dirt bike of choice at the moment. If I was going to change, I don't know whether I'd go down to a 200 or up to a 300, because a 300 is what's really winning in the world of enduro at the moment. But so from the 300 to the 250, you're increasing your engagement level by about 20%, and it's again another increase in engagement level to go down to a 200. People have this mentality that the smaller the engine when it comes to betas, the easier the bike. The 200 I wouldn't say was a beginner bike. I would say the 300 was probably a better beginner bike than the 200, but then that's why they make the X Pro, right? It's a lower seat, it's a mellower engine. It's the same engine, but the way it's set up makes it more mellow. So yeah, enjoying that bike at the moment. I did bend the brake lever on the last outing. You'll see that that's sticking out on an odd angle, so I do need to get another brake lever, but otherwise the 250X Pro is an outstanding bike. And then over here is the Beta Alp 4.0. This is one of 5 brand new bikes into the country. It's this one hasn't been road registered yet. It's been PDI'd, but you'll see it's pristinely clean, and doesn't even have a number plate. That's my job for this week. But yeah, there has been very, very little information about these bikes out there of late, or at all even. So let me give you a quick overview of that. Yes, you'll notice we've got a rear hugger here. This is actually removable. It's 2 bolts here, and you reroute the wiring up the swing arm into the tail section. So you've got your tail light here, but you've got your indicators and number plate light here. There is wiring in the tail section to replace, and a kit from the factory to hang your number plate here. We'll look at that down the track, but otherwise you've got a 350cc engine. It's a very playful engine too. It's quite cool. Full color TFT display up here, nice white bars. You've got very cushy domino hand grips, and a very unique layout as far as lighting switches and other bits and pieces. So yeah, look for a review on the Beta Alp 4.0 in the coming months. Yeah, I think it's going to be a cool little bike. It's a return of the Dual Sports. This has got switchable ABS, but the Dual Sport is a category of motorcycle that really got cleaned out when we did the ABS introduction laws. What else have we got in the garage? You'll notice on the dirt bike side of things, we've got a Triumph TF250X. Now this is a motocrosser, but we've got the launch of these bikes here in New Zealand in the next, well, end of next week actually. So I had this one here. This is one of 4 we've got for the launch, and I'm going to, I've done a video putting it through its paces. You'll see that come out on Saturday this week. But this is one of 4 that I had to run in, so we've done a service on it, and I'll be taking it back up to Auckland for the launch on Friday. Very, very cool bike. I could so easily do one of these. Yes. So this is the motocrosser. No word yet from Triumph on whether we're doing an enduro, but they've invested money in Johnny Walker riding enduro on one of these. So I would say it's only a matter of time till we get an enduro from Triumph. Sticking with Triumph, we've got this, the Tiger 1200 Rally Pro, which has been in the garage for quite a while now. This is, you'll remember this from last time I did one of these updates. Very cool bike, and I've started actually really enjoying it. It's a great bike to just jump on and do long kilometers on. It's what it's designed for. Triple CC engine, I think it's 1160cc, big panniers on the back, cruise control, everything you could possibly want. Haven't ridden it an awful lot, but it is there to be ridden. Electric suspension, very, very nice. But definitely the bike you do long kilometers on. And then over here, this is a brand new bike to my stable. This is the Indian FTR 1200. Couldn't tell you much about this, apart from the fact that it is my father-in-law's bike. They've just recently shifted from way up north near Auckland to way down south near Hokitika, and this is residing in my garage while they sort their lives out. It is here to be ridden, and I will do a wee ride on it, but otherwise at the moment it's just chilling like a villain. It's a very cool bike, not my style, but you know, I appreciate it for what it is. Incidentally, Indian have just announced, actually they very Polaris announced as a footnote to a financial presentation that they're stopping making this bike. It didn't even get a flagship send-off or anything. They just went, you know what, nah, no more. So this came in as a flat track inspired thing, had a few different variants, never really sold amazingly, but I could see what Indian were doing. Trying to do something new and exciting, much like we kind of wish Harley Davidson would do. So yeah, that's a cool bike, and my father-in-law absolutely loves it. He actually went from a Sportster to the Indian FTR. So the one interesting thing, it's got the offset shock down the back here, offset to one side, and then it's got this massive Akropovich exhaust kind of sticking out. But yeah, yet to ride that. Looking forward to riding it. And then the last thing in the garage, which isn't motorcycling, but it is kind of, because it's fitness, right? I got this very cool little Trek mountain bike. Front suspension, hardtail, 1 gear on the front, and like 8 on the rear. And I'm really enjoying the mountain biking. It's got hydraulic brakes. Check it out. Shimano hydraulic brakes and disc brakes at that. Alright, that's enough about push bikes. So there's a bit of an update on what's happening in my shed, in my garage at the moment. Thank you very much for watching. Couple of shout outs that I really need to do. Shout out to my dad actually, Chris Heron. Dad has been a supporter of this channel ever since I started doing it. Dad has little to no interest in motorcycles, but watches every single video and always gives me a thumbs up or a like, which is much appreciated. Thanks, Dad. Shout out to a few other people. Anaru, very, very prolific commenter and watcher of the videos. Shout out to Paul Kane. Thanks very much, Paul, for watching the videos. some big things on the way, actually. Some big things. I keep saying some big things because I've always got big things on the horizon, but some big things coming, which I'm kind of getting antsy to show you. I'm really looking forward to it. Otherwise, that's pretty much me. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions, chuck them in the comments box below. Hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, come along for the ride, and we'll catch you in the next one. Righto. Hooroo.